Today is Monday, April 8th, 2024 at 6 p.m. It's the meeting of the Board of Health. Can I get a roll call?
Gavin Byers.
And Chris Nosella. Jim is absent today. Additions, deletions, we have one.
You can delete item 1.6. There are no other septic permits.
Okay, great. All right.
And I wanted to add just a quick discussion about the McDonald's septic system.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can do that at
1 second, Rick. Can you turn that TV up at all? I can barely hear him. Don't worry, when you get to my age, you'll understand. You don't hear as well as we used to. Wow.
Try it again, Rick. You want to say something?
Yeah, so I wanted to add McDonald's discussion in there.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, bud. You're up.
So did you want to do that first then?
Yes, please. I would like to
All right.
get that out of the way.
So I did send it all out to you guys, but I got a complaint about the septic system over there. I went out and inspected and it was in pretty bad failure. So it was coming out of the ground where the leaching trenches are. So just beyond the back of the parking lot. So I sent out the order to correct. I know they hired Mike Whittemore to kind of do some legwork, and Dillis and Roy is supposedly putting a plan together. And there's some effort to kind of expedite it. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that if I do get those plans, I want to try to review them as fast as I can. And then if possible, if we could get two people together for a quick meeting to try to get that approved, or if there aren't any variances, if you guys are okay with me signing something out of meeting, then I'd like to get them that permit so that they can get going on it.
If it helps you, the drawing is here with us right now.
No, it's not.
That's not the McDonald's one?
No.
No? Oh, never mind. Oh, that's the fire station.
Fire station.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
Sorry, Rick.
If I can just interrupt for a second, we did send out a proposal today. It did come back signed around lunchtime today, so
Okay.
we are going to be doing that job.
Okay.
Does it look like there's gonna be any variances?
I think it's going to be a straight, I talked to Rick about this last Friday, I think it's going to be a straight remove and replace of what's there. It sounds like there was probably a lack of maintenance on the new owner's behalf. Shortly after the old septic system was put in 2011, sometime between 11 and 15, the franchise was sold to another group. And from what Rick says, it sounds like it's just a failure to
Okay. I think that's helpful
For
information
maintenance.
for both of you.
What's that?
re-tank
I
septic
think that's
tanks.
helpful information for both of
Yes,
you.
absolutely. Well, I kind of figured that. I think they changed owners a few years back, right?
15, I think there was
Yeah.
a change in ownership there, yeah.
Yeah.
So the new owners came in, and from what Rick and I had talked about, it sounded like they didn't do any maintenance on the tanks. They weren't familiar with
Yeah.
the whole setup, so.
Okay. Okay, that takes care of that one.
Well, no.
Go ahead, Kim.
Rick, do you need a motion for us to allow you to sign that out of meeting?
No, so what I'll do is, Chris can give me the okay as the chairman if it has no variances. If not, then we would have to get together regardless. So I'll figure out when I get the plans and then timing, and then I'll get together with Chris, and if we have to set up a meeting, then we'll try to coordinate that with Carla. But I don't need anything right now.
All right.
Just kind of more of a heads up than anything else.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Okay, let's move to 1.3, 55 Old City Road. Upgrade with UA.
Local,
LUA, so local upgrade approval. So you guys should have the plans there.
Yep.
So they are proposing to upgrade the system that's existing. So same number of bedrooms, which is 3. They're changing the plumbing in the house to come out in a different location. That'll go to a 1,500 gallon 2-compartment septic tank and a 1,000 gallon pump chamber. And then it's going to pump out to the back of the property where they've proposed a Presby leaching field. They're requesting 3 local upgrade approvals. So the first is use of sieve analysis in lieu of a perk. It was just too wet to perk at the time. So they took a soil sample, and the perk rate ended up coming back at 30 minutes an inch. So that's what the design is based on. The other one is they're requesting a 1 foot reduction in the groundwater offset. So 4 feet would be what the code would require. They're asking for a 3 foot offset to groundwater from the bottom of the leaching field. And then the last one that they're asking for is a reduction in the separation between the tank tees and the groundwater. So 12 inches is what's required, and they're providing 10 inches on the tank inlet, 7.5 inches on the tank outlet, 7 inches on the pump inlet, and 5 inches on the pump outlet. And for that variance, the code requires that the connections have rubber boots or that they're sealed to be watertight. So most tanks are manufactured with rubber boots at this point.
Okay.
Kevin, do you see those on the end?
Motion?
And I did, with that whole package, there is a letter that requests those 3 variances, but they're also down in the lower left-hand corner of the plan.
No, I'll make a motion to approve 55 Old City with local upgrade approvals.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that takes care of that one. 99 Fitchburg Road. Septic with upgrades. Sorry.
Rick, you
I
want to do
think,
my,
yeah, Jack is there, right?
yeah. You want to do my presentation now? 99 Fitchburg Road, Leonard Garvin.
Just want to get them to sign this.
You read it?
Oh, this is the variances on this one.
Yes.
Thank you.
Set?
You're up.
Okay, we have a 3-acre lot. The only property line that we show is along the road here. This goes way up in the back. Water tower sits up on top of the hill, up and behind here. We do have a water line easement that comes right down through the property right now that is serviced from that water tower down to the main here. And our client's water line is serviced off of that. Currently, there's a 1,000-gallon septic tank in this red area to a leach field out in here that's in failure. We went out and did 3 test holes out in here. We did have some very good soil, but not a whole lot of it. A lot of ledge out here in the 3 holes. We did these 2, tried to do a perk test. Obviously, the water table being too high, we came up to do a 3rd test hole here. Same thing. So we decided to keep the system down in this lower area. And we are looking for local upgrade approvals. Number 1, 15405-1H, reduction in the 5-foot required separation between the bottom of the system and the estimated seasonal high water table. We're going from a 5 to a 4. 4051I, sieve analysis may be performed due to the water table. It was extremely high. We couldn't even find a spot to do the perk test, so we did a sieve and it came back at a 2-minute per inch rate. I included the sieve analysis in with the other package with Rick because there wasn't enough room on the plan to do that, and I didn't want to get a second sheet going. 4051J, reduction of the 12-inch separation between the tank inlet and outlet tees and the seasonal high water table. We are actually less than 12 inches due to the high water table out here. And number 4, it's DEP certification, special conditions 3B. If a reduction in depth of naturally occurring pervious material layer is necessary, a proposed reduction of 2 feet may be allowed in the 4 feet of naturally occurring pervious material. And then 15240I, provided that has been demonstrated that no greater depth of naturally occurring pervious material can be met anywhere on the site, we can use the V horizon. So it's kind of a we can explain a little bit better maybe, but I'm just taking the numbers right out of Title V.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a combination of what the state has allowed us to use in regards to a policy, and then use the special conditions of Frisbee to get the 2 foot of naturally occurring material beneath the system. And then the other 2 feet, we're actually building up with gravel, so we're gonna have that 4 foot offset. So the plumbing right now comes out the back here. There is another tie-in that's over here. We proposed it coming out the sidewall, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna take it at the tie-in and come down this way. So it'll be a little bit changed from what the plan shows. But it'll go into the 1,500 gallon 2 compartment tank, 1,000 gallon pump chamber up to a Frisbee system in yellow.
Question for you, Rick?
Yep.
Their pipes are going over the water line, is that?
Yep.
All right.
So they've proposed to sleeve it. So it'll be a 6-inch sleeve around that line. And then, typically they'll use like some sort of an insulation to seal the ends. So you just don't get material coming in. But it'll be sleeved 10 feet each side of the water main.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's fine. So we'll probably be going over the top of the water line with this, so. And again, this water line's a pressure line, and this is gravity flow, so. Yeah, it's not like you have a well on site with a suction pump that you're.
Yeah, 5
Right, so.
Okay.
It's a bad spot for the shed.
What's that?
It's a bad spot for the shed.
I'm kidding.
Easements is such a pain in the butt.
Well, mine is no longer an easement. Mine is mine.
Yeah.
Because the high power lines used to go through my yard, which would end up being about that wide in the back with, if they took the 50-foot easement
Yeah.
back, but it's gone. Any questions? Yeah, have a motion.
Make a motion to approve 99 Third Road with local variance.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, okay, sign.
What's your next one?
Oh, Gavin, yeah.
This is that one.
Oh, this is the fire station.
They were right there.
There you go. Okay, let's go to 65 Main Street.
This is the old fire station out in Townsend Harbor area. The church you guys are talking about is over here. It's gonna be a fire station museum. Currently, there is some sort of a cesspool or something out in this area. Plumbing is gonna be redone, so it comes out to a tight tank over here. There is this ditch with the wetlands that does come underneath 119 and head that way.
Brook.
Mini brook, maybe this brook. Either way, there's wetlands associated with it. So we are looking for 15405-1A reduction of the required 25-foot setback. It says of a septic tank from a EVW bordering vegetated wetland. 12-foot setback of the tight tank is what we have proposed, given the area that we have. There's also a water line that comes in right in here, so we have just 10 feet to that. So we're kind of,
How big is your tank?
I think it's
3,000 gallons.
1,000 gallons. So
Okay.
it's good size.
Yeah.
Board of Health, Townsend Board of Health Regulation 13, septic tank to be located at least 100 feet from a floodplain. Tight tank is located 3 feet. So this is, I think it's a 272 contour that wraps up into here. That is the floodplain. So everything that side of it floods. Everything this side of it is upland. But obviously we can't get, here's your 100 foot away from the buffer zone here. And then Townsend, the wetland regulations article 152K7, minimum 35-foot buffer, vegetated buffer along wetlands and water bodies required. So,
And I think they approved that last week.
yeah, conservation, yes.
Yeah.
So it's now a museum. It's not going to be a fire station anymore, huh?
That's what we've been told.
Oh, wow.
What's this sump pump? Do you know anything about the sump pump? Do you know anything about that sump pump on that plan, Rick?
So they say remove and plug drain pipe at wall. So I'm assuming that was probably one of the requirements of the Conservation Commission, that they couldn't pump that right into the brook there.
So they were pumping out of the building into
looks-
the.
That's what it looks like based on the location.
Well, I'm glad they're not doing that anymore.
I'm surprised that worked right there, actually.
Hmm.
And yeah, we had dug the one test hole. You can see it. It's 1023-3 to the right of the fire station, hoping that maybe we would get some really nice material to be able to squeeze something long and skinny in that area. There is a gas line there that's dead. We actually hit it when we were digging the hole, but they've got the new line proposed right there. But we hit 5 feet of fill. And once we hit that, we knew it was kind of, not going to work out so great just with the minimal area. And so that's when we decided that, tight tank was probably the best solution for this site. It's going to be capped at a 25-person capacity. So that was after discussions with the applicant, the building commissioner. So we came up with that 25 people. So the flow is pretty low. It's 125 gallons per day. It's 5 gallons per day per person for the museum, which is well under what it previously was as a fire station. So it's still, there were some questions as to whether it met the upgrade requirements, and it would, because it's not above and beyond the previous design capacity for the site.
And then what's going on top of the tank? How are we finishing? Is that just finished to grade and grass, sodded? Or?
I think it's broken pavement and gravel now, Rick? Is that correct?
Right now, it's like a concrete driveway. So I'm not sure what they plan to put over it, but it is H20 rated, so it's rated for vehicle traffic. So they could do a parking area if they needed to.
I did see that H20.
Does it say who the owner is?
Town of Townsend owns it.
And the applicant is the Townsend Fire EMS Relief Association.
No, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a motion.
Make a motion to approve 65 Main Street with variances.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All the permits.
You everyone?
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, Carl.
Thank you.
Great.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
Okay.
Have a good night.
This looks different from the one I got in the mail.
Did you guys need me for anything else?
I don't believe so, Rick.
All right. Well, have a good night.
Unless you want to get into town and start picking up trash on Earth Day. Oh, I can't hear you. That's okay. Thanks, Bill. Hang on. We gotta check one thing, Carl. This is gonna make me have a heart attack.
Well, I know that Rick added the septic permits at the end. I don't know, anything else I wish.
Dave,
What are you looking for?
I'm just gonna check. Only take a second.
Did you see the minutes, if you'd like to
I
read?
did. I really did.
I thought I read something about us going into executive session on one of them, but no, that's okay. It's all right. All right, so let's do 1.7. GW show.
Okay.
No,
Was that your oldest one?
no, not in the slightest, but I can tell you what they are.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it's been rough, but we pulled all the tickets to make sure. So, we had 1,900 tons trash. And we came up with.
Previously.
Yeah, previously we came up with 22, so we put down 2,300 on
Okay,
the sheet.
okay, thank you.
Just case scenario.
Okay,
Now recycling was 820, it was like 800, so we put 820.
Okay.
That was from July of 22 to June of 23.
As long as we're
Fiscal
not
year.
counting the summer of 20, because that would be horrible.
Okay, and
This summer though, it was raining, so,
So with-
towards that side.
so with saying that,
Yeah,
I did get, the trash tonnage number to come down a little bit,
mhm.
but with the extras,
What extras?
with the extra tonnage, didn't help.
You got one for Gavin?
And then this was for the dumpsters. Anything like that.
Those are just what they are.
Yeah, the police station and all that.
Yeah,
I
it's
bought
just
those
what
just
they
in
are.
case.
Curious as hell. This new museum, is that getting a dumpster?
You know,
I don't think they hold
Well,
on.
I don't know.
we went through this with the old fire station, remember the new one that's right over here behind us, because they didn't put one in, and then we didn't have a concrete pad for it. So we definitely have to ask them what their thoughts are, because I don't want, I can't imagine that they would need
This is a
something.
dumpster at a museum.
Right,
That's
Yeah.
just to store that old truck over there and rehab the building. That's all that building is for.
okay,
And once a year, there's gonna be 30 people that
Okay.
walk through it along with the church across the street. That's all that,
Oh, is that all what that's for?
well,
that's all that's for.
but what I, and I didn't know the plans for the fire station, but the fire station holds multiple catering events for training and whatnot. So they needed a dumpster. And the one right behind, right next to Dunkin' Donuts, the one that's right here. Yes, and they never put in for one, so when they asked for one, I said, well, you would have to pay for it. Don't you remember that? And they went, well, so I would really like to be sure, but you're right. I can't
That's not-
imagine that it's,
Yeah, we don't have
providing it
dumpsters.
stays a museum and it doesn't become a meeting hall
Right.
where there's.
So
catering
basically,
or
we're
something.
just looking at giving them 2 trash barrels. Which is fine.
No,
Not even a trash barrel?
they can drive the trash in one of the trucks over to the dumpster behind this fire station and put it in there.
Oh, okay.
Well, how about the fire station that's right next door?
Unfortunately,
Next to the harbor,
If
the
there's one
bigger
over
one.
there. too.
unfortunately, the
there.
name of it is a fire station museum, but it's owned by the town. It's not owned by the fire department, which would put it under the same rule as this building.
Just,
That's my only concern.
I would just give them a total barrel for trash and one for recycling and see how it works.
Yeah. At worst,
And they can put it out when they have it.
and worse, after I'm dead and gone and,
Mm.
Glenn's dead and gone, they can figure out what they want to do next.
That's 65 Main Street.
Yeah.
That's just one of, I just
Yes.
want to be on top of things a little bit, that's all. So we will agree on that for now.
So I'm still not done with this contract thing because
Mm.
we have a 3-year, which I didn't change the numbers. I just don't know how to do the total barrels. If the town wants to buy them outright or.
Tim,
Willing to work with you guys.
let's say at the end of 3 years,
Hmm.
whatever the balance remains needs to either be paid or go on the next
Yeah.
contract.
That's fine, that's
Is
an
that
easy
fair?
fix.
I think
That's an
that's
easy
probably
fix.
that, because you could, so just give a
Make
2-year
sure you put it
extension
in,
on it.
it gets
Yeah.
paid
Yeah.
at the end of the contract. if
Because
we don't renew
this scares the hell out of me on how I would bid a contract at market price on a 5-year
Yeah,
contract.
but we can negotiate. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
you gotta, that's, there is a clause I could put in that. There's a clause like Columbus that has one that
Yeah.
if he doesn't come up with neither side can come up with a thing. It goes back to the last year's until it's, while it's in negotiation if that happens. There's some type of wording.
Yeah.
But
like-
we can also do the 3 year and then,
Right, yeah.
hopefully you guys would resign with us.
Won't be me.
Why? Where you going?
You think I want to stay here forever?
Keeps you young.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Remember, I'm retired.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Anyway, so, well, maybe Galvin will come back and do that. You
But
go back in 3 years and do
Yeah,
another
yeah.
contract?
But, Gavin, I did like your thing on with the last meeting where we need to like push a little bit more with, some, education.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I would love to see a collaborative effort at the Earth Day Fair where we talk about, we have a poster with some numbers and we talk about saving the town money through composting,
Hmm.
recycling, and some
Right.
of these other activities. That saves you guys time, money, and energy.
When is that? Anyway,
20th
20.
of April.
everything's under pressure.
It's Earth Day.
I know.
One of the things that I do want to bring up, and it is in here, is I had the opportunity of buying 100 kitchen scrap buckets versus 50 to get them here on time, and I got them for $5.95 a bucket versus $8 a bucket.
That's great.
So
That's
if
right.
you really want to promote the composting, I thought it was a proactive idea to have them available and ready.
Yeah.
So they will be arriving in 5 to 7 days.
Yeah. What if we did some kind of a raffle to give?
We talked about that.
I think, I think we should
You want to just give
give
them
them
away?
to people that are interested in doing it.
Yeah.
And
25 of them.
the best thing about
And then watch
those
eBay?
programs, yeah, sure.
Well, I asked my father the other day, when we used to pick up the food waste in towns, and he said it was about 3 to 4 ton a week.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's a lot
That's
heavy stuff.
legitimate office.
That's just, and he
And that was
said,
how long ago?
and he said he's
20
being
years ago?
conservative.
Yeah.
He said when they first started, it was a lot. It dwindled out over the years towards the end, but
I bet, yeah, just, and we compost a little bit. And I bet you I'm putting 20 pounds in there a week, just out of my house.
he told me. Oh, I could be wrong. Maybe that was almost a day.
Now, we also have the president of Black Earth Composting that has joined the recycling committee. I'll have to reach out to him. I was really
He was
hoping
here
that I'd
last year.
read.
Sorry, I just got you.
It's okay. I was really hoping that Irene was gonna be on this call tonight. But I will reach out to her and ask her what are her thoughts and reach out to him directly. I haven't seen any communication from him, but he was sworn in to be on the recycling committee.
He was here last year. I talked to him a little bit.
Okay.
It'd be nice to have him.
Right. So our next meeting is, Earth Day's over, our next meeting is the 22nd, so there's,
It's very late for any of this stuff. We should have been talking about this stuff like in August.
We thought about it.
And you think we can come up with something for these guys?
What is today?
How about picking up half the cost of the trash
We
barrel?
can try it.
Why do you laugh at that? We went through this before. To me, it's the town owners. Everyone that lives here has a trash barrel. We don't need to buy another one. This helps you, not me.
Helps everybody.
No, it doesn't.
Labor, insurance.
You,
cost
those
goes
are all
down.
you. That's
Yeah, the
all
cost
you.
goes down.
That-
I don't
that's
add
all
that
you.
to that.
But you still should pick up half the trash barrels. You should. What do I do with 3,450 trash barrels I have to pay to get rid of now?
Why would you have to do
What do you think? People want 15 trash barrels?
Oh,
in
they'll
the
keep
yard?
them.
They don't
We'll keep them, so.
Yeah, you hope.
I'm serious.
No, because then you're gonna make money off of those too, when they take them to the dump. What do you think they're gonna do with them? Where do you think these are gonna go? They're going to the dump. The recycle center, excuse me.
there will be one more meeting, I'm sure, with the recycling committee. And
Yeah.
it will be on Zoom if you'd like to participate with that, and I can possibly send you an email and keep you up to date about what is going on.
If there's a link.
I feel the consensus is then to have it very visible with the toters, the 32 gallon, or the 264s, going 64 for recycle, 64 for the solid waste.
Yep.
Making sure that people are aware that it's not unlimited recycling, that these totes will be theirs. And when would we be looking at starting this program? Do we have any idea about telling them when is this gonna happen? Well, because the other thing is the people who are moving in now, I usually tell them to go buy a 64-gallon tote, and I have a hard time telling them that right now, knowing
Right.
that they're, and I am completely upfront with them because this is all public meetings, that we are in negotiations, so you might want to hold off and check the website and town government to see what's happening. But there's a very real possibility that you might have toters provided to you. One of the things that we talked about with the grant, Calvin, is there's different strategies with how you want to go into the implementation of the toters. If you wanted to buy all the toters at once, flat fee, that's $15 per household. You get right off, which would approximately be, I think we said it was $30,000. It would be up
It's
to,
up to 50, I think.
the cap was 48, but then if you phase them in, then it goes down to $10. And then if you do a buyout, it went down to only $5. So that's something that, but we can't really fill out the grant application until we have more information about what we're looking for.
Mhm.
So those are also things to think of. I mean, you're looking at $15, what do we say, the barrels that were about 60, 70?
Yeah, I
I
think it was.
75,
We gotta ask the
74
guy
bucks.
again, because I don't, hoping it doesn't change.
That's all we need.
And then I have the list, I also got the state contract list, just to make sure that, I know that you said that you're working with totes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But that's where we are right now.
And the quote I have is for 3,000, it's gonna sound weird, 3,456 of each one. Cause that's four complete trailer loads. I told the guy I don't want one spot left on the road. Cause if you're getting a whole trailer load, you're paying for shipping, you might as well have them full.
Yeah, for sure.
And are we going to do anything about talking to the people about 32s, or we're just gonna give them 64s for now and call it a
I
day?
think we, for safety, just do 64s. I mean, I don't, you know what, that's gonna cause a problem. If you go, oh yeah, well, that guy's got a 232s and, you know, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. This is new to us. We gotta kind of work it out.
I would do the 64s.
Just do the 64s for now.
And then
Next contract, maybe Glenn will be gracious enough because he's making $12 million to spring for some
Jeez.
some
I wouldn't be
32s.
on this. I wouldn't be even bidding on it. I would retire already.
You're handing it over. You're retired anyway.
Question, please.
Yeah.
If the homeowner decides, thank you for the 64-gallon tote, but I just don't want it, and I'm gonna use my own 32-gallon totes, is the
Truck has to be able to dump it.
Which kind of truck are you using?
so do they have to buy a certain type
Well,
of
that's why we'll have them
32?
32s.
So you'll have 30,
We'll have to get, but 32s or 48s, that's, I don't know, do you guys wanna go to 32s or do you wanna go to 48s? That's why I would bring,
discuss 64.
I hate the 32s. It's
They're a little
so,
harder.
Well, which
They're so
type
hard
of
to
truck do you
handle.
have? Do you have the one that grabs the sides?
Yep.
Not the one that grabs the metal?
So you're
you could
saying,
actually grab, I don't know if you can grab round ones or
well, you
not.
probably could, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's gonna stay on the handle or.
When you dump it, you go, oh, but there goes another trash barrel.
Yeah.
see, the
Yeah.
people like the 32s because they like to be able to put them in the back of their vehicle and
They won't.
drive them down to the
Oh.
end of the driveway. Is 48
Mm.
gonna be able to fit into the back of a vehicle to drive them down?
We'll bring them down, we'll have to bring them
Yeah.
down. 32,
I would,
48.
something to think about to keep homeowners at the 64-gallon barrel is if, I know you were concerned last time we talked with the older people with such a big barrel bringing it down to the road. I don't know if you guys, thoughts on this is if they can't handle the 64, instead of doing like 232s, you only supply them with one. I don't know how much trash they would have. It all depends on the type of people that we want.
Yeah, we can't give them, are you gonna give them 232s? if they-
I don't know. I'm new at this, guys.
Yeah, I hate this whole conversation.
Yeah.
It's like,
I just
don't
think we
have a
can,
long driveway.
yeah, well, yeah.
Like you have
It's
a long
town.
driveway, you can't roll I get it, it's heavy, it's a pain in the butt.
So that's
You gotta get rid of the trash.
How
where
many
it might
elderly
be,
people are gonna actually have long driveways too?
Right. and just talking from my knowledge, I feel like usually older people don't have as much trash because they're not like you at family of five, is it?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have as much trash as like your family.
Right,
So maybe that's where one barrel instead of two.
Yeah, so the other
would be
towns,
better.
you either get a 64 or a 32. You don't get two
232.
32s.
okay.
See, I think that that's important to let the people decide. I really feel that, I don't want the elderly people feel that they're being shunned.
Oh, right, right.
You expect us to take this.
So in order to do that now, he's buying 64s. And if he's gotta buy 32s,
But I would, I mean, I
I mean, are
have,
we
I
gonna have to have
some,
that printed out?
well, I have some of my own. I
No,
would
I
just
I
use-
know you
I would
do.
use those and we'll
Okay.
see how many
Right.
people.
My concern was like that you're
I
gonna
don't
have
have
to
a lot
go,
of them.
oh my God, I gotta go buy 3,200 of those and then put
No.
towns and then number them or something.
No,
No, I don't see that at all.
Yeah, okay,
When I did the
that was
trash,
a
there was
concern.
maybe 1% of the trash
Right.
residents that had totes.
The only thing that you
Yeah,
might have
smaller
is like,
totes.
recycling totes. Some people might want to.
Right, but we talked about that
Yeah,
being
it's
an
not gonna be-
added cost.
Yes,
If you
yeah.
want
Like
to
if a
have
homeowner
two,
wants one.
so you want to have unlimited recycling, you can get an added cart, but it's gonna cost you. I don't think people will be upset with that.
I don't think people are gonna go to two.
64 gallons is a lot of
That's a lot,
recycling.
yeah.
That's a lot of
And we've
recycling.
actually cut down just by reducing like water bottles and
Okay.
that sort of stuff. So we try to,
Only cardboard, no Christmas time, you gotta cut it up and,
Mhm.
but it's
Right, the
cardboard.
wood stuff.
right.
no, when someone, let's say, someone would want another barrel, would you guys be billing them, or would that be something we would be billing them?
I'm gonna leave that to you, because you own the trash barrels.
Right, right. I think we're there in your,
Yours.
there.
No, you said you got
But
32s, they
your-
gotta buy them from you.
32s.
That,
Yeah.
that you have, you're gonna store them at your facility.
Yes.
So if you're storing them, then I'd rather have you do them.
Yeah.
Just because I don't see where we can store them.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We don't have anywhere.
What if someone wanted an extra
We
64
need a
trash?
trailer, stick them in a trailer. So
They can't, all our trailers
I
are
don't know
full
where
of
we'd store them.
refrigerators and
Well, we would store them.
Right.
all this stuff.
I'm just curious, who would be,
How do we know?
that'd be a monthly bill that new homeowner would be getting.
And they
Oh,
probably,
no,
they'll probably
don't
pick
go
up
that
half of
high.
it if you bought 100 of them,
Don't you
right?
think?
Yeah,
So remember that now.
That,
I
that
think
was,
If I call them and
yes,
they say, yeah,
yes.
we'll pick up half the
But you
cost
know
if you
what?
buy a dozen.
It's not theirs, right? It's still,
Well, it
The
will be
towns.
theirs if they buy it. If they buy it, they own it. We can't make it the towns if they paid for it.
They would
Well, I
have
think
to
he's
buy.
would you let them sell it back to you if they moved? Let's say somebody moved in, they wanted an extra one, they bought an extra 64, they paid you for it directly. 2 years later, they sell their house, they've got a toter that they don't need anymore. Would you
Yeah, we
buy?
can figure out something like that. Yeah, that's nothing. I was even gonna say, like, there's quite a few people in town that bought our barrels.
Yeah, I see them.
I was gonna, we were gonna figure out like, what we
Buyback
a buyback. Because, I mean, I do feel bad that and we still selling them, so we'll buy those back.
Can you reuse those?
Yeah.
Same ones?
Yeah.
If they're not too damaged, that all depends.
Yeah, as long as we can wash them.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at them anyway.
Some people spray paint all over them.
Yeah. Okay.
You get hacked? We're getting the real
Is
news
there
now.
another eclipse happening?
Oh my God. You see the traffic? Oh my God.
It's nice and quiet in my front yard.
I was like,
Crazy.
I drove up to Ossipee this morning to drop something off, and on my way back, there was traffic from Concord all the way to Manchester
stop.
at like
Parking.
9 o'clock.
Wow.
I went to Keene this morning on my way back, Route 12.
Yikes.
It was a choo-choo train from Troy, stop and go from Troy Center all the way down into Keene.
My,
pencil went from being full here.
Yeah.
It didn't look any different than what it's gonna look.
Yeah.
Like this much darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting like pitch black.
No.
No,
No,
no.
because this happened, 8 or 9 years ago?
Yeah. Anyways,
okay, so,
All right. So I think to make things easier, I think we should go with 3-year. Because if we have to go before the town, and then they look, and then the selectmen go, hey, you know, by these prices, we're gonna have to get a 2.5 override for this, and everybody vote no, and then you don't get a contract, and we don't get trash pickup anymore. I can't even guarantee you they're gonna sign for this contract.
Right.
You know, all we can do is negotiate with you as best we can, which you still gotta pick up something on the trash. I can't pick up all of them, just pick up $10 a barrel. Help me out. Come on, why not?
We're still in negotiations, right? I can always
Yeah.
go back, I'll talk to the total guy, see if he's got a grant or something I can apply for.
Why is the recycling center going up $20 per ton for the new contract proposal?
Okay, because that's my C and D pricing. I can't get rid of C and D right now.
Well, why are we taking C and D?
Well, that's what the prices are, for C and D,
But we're not supposed to be taking C and D.
but you have it on your thing. Don't you have a C and D container?
No,
Oh, you have clean wood?
it's clean wood.
It's not too clean.
Okay,
But that's what I'm saying, because we've been bringing it in and they've been charging us for C and D.
okay.
Like no
Just
paint,
let-
no
just-
pressure treated.
Well, then we're just gonna
let us
have,
know.
right.
I mean, if you cut
that's-
that down, I'm willing to, honestly, that's negotiable throughout.
Especially
Okay.
clean wood.
Yeah.
If it can get to
Okay.
clean.
Yeah.
If we can definitely stop that. Didn't know there was a problem. So,
Mhm.
definitely can fix that.
In the bulky waste, no, I mean, that's another hard one to get rid of.
Yeah, that's the,
That's almost like C and D pricing, bulky waste.
yeah, so we're gonna have to get a sign and say clean wood only.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What else was down there? In the plastics, that's, you don't haul that often anyways.
What? Oh, the plastic
Yeah,
containers?
plastic container, and that market's up and down all the time. I can never give you a set price on that anyways.
So it says here that they have a construction debris.
I can
No.
put that on there. That's
Oh,
why, because
okay.
isn't there 2 clean wood ones?
No,
No,
it's
just
wood,
one.
plastic, 2 furniture, and.
Oh, the 2 furniture ones. Yeah.
Yes, 2 furniture, wooden, plastic, and metal.
My question to you too is, why did we lose our, what is it,
Credit.
the credit for the dump?
That's like a.
No, I'm asking,
Yeah,
no,
no, I'm not being that, but that, I mean, I
I mean, it
took
was
the credit
there.
away, put it towards the total barrels, like.
I don't think you did.
I did.
I really don't think you did. So in other words, you screwed us again.
No, I
You
didn't.
did, you took our money
No.
and gave it to yourself again. You
So
gotta stop
listen, you're a
doing that.
businessman, is there anything free?
Yes.
What, what is it?
Love.
Okay.
I'd love to have you
That
pick my
is the
trash up.
most expensive.
I wanted to say that, but I was gonna, you know, your wife's probably watching.
She's definitely watching. She knows I love it.
Today.
Why I'm broke.
My wife has all my money. I don't have any. I get an allowance.
Okay.
I do it as cheap as I possibly can. I am.
You're still not helping us. with
I know,
the
but I
barrels.
am.
You gotta pick up something on the barrels. You know this is for you. You're saving money on
We'll
labor,
pick it up,
truck.
delivering them for free. We're doing that.
I don't know. Do you wanna have barrels? How else are they gonna get there if you don't deliver?
Well,
To the
there are
houses.
companies that deliver them. You can have a company delivering them. You can just
They're
go
your
to
trash
CD.
barrels.
They're yours.
You're buying them. They're yours. Until they go in my yard, they're not mine.
Oh, that was another thing I was gonna ask you. If they wanted extra tote to keep it, because, you know, the neighbor's gonna see it and go, how come he has an extra tote? I could give them one of mine for the extra, if they're paying for it.
That's a good idea, actually, if somebody has an extra one.
Yeah, then they can just say they bought it from you.
Right.
Then we can just bill them direct.
Is that for the cost of picking up the recyclables?
Well, you
No,
could
it's
just call
just
it
a
a,
barrel.
you could just call it a deposit too, instead of
Hmm.
a
Oh.
purchase. Just, it's a deposit for one of your barrels for an extra barrel. That
So
way
if
you
you
get
get
the,
it
you get the, they get the money back if they give you the barrel back and it's still in good shape.
Right, all right, yep.
That solves that pretty well.
Something like that.
And then it's whatever you have. Do you have your own smaller ones too, smaller totes?
I don't have a lot of 32s.
We don't use them that much.
So we could,
have them.
like, we could even sample,
Yeah, no, I'll, like I
Test
said,
that
for
right off.
birthday, I'll bring out 32, a 48, and a 64. I like the 64s and the 48s the best. 32s, I don't.
yeah.
You don't have to pick them up anymore. It's okay. It's not that bad.
They're just an awkward barrel. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They're just awkward.
Well, that's what everybody had when we were kids, the old
Yeah,
metal
but
ones,
those are
right?
round
The
ones,
lids probably, the dimensions of it probably don't work out with the lid weight
Right.
either, right?
I mean, they do stand up pretty good. They're not like something they're gonna tip over.
They make the wheels base kind of
Base
wider.
bigger,
Wider.
wider.
Yeah.
So, you know, you think the barrel fits somewhere, but it doesn't because the wheels.
Yeah, my regular barrels would fall off.
Mm.
Hopefully the numbers will come down maybe, huh? On the tonnage.
We're open too. As
Well,
much as you are.
I put two bags in a week.
Is there a date for the new meeting, the special town meeting?
I'm not aware of it.
Did you call Total Direct? I wonder if they have, I mean, they sell a lot to the state of Massachusetts. Anyway.
I have not, but I have
I
a
wonder if they
list
have,
and
grant
I will
thing
probably start
through
calling
them.
them tomorrow.
I can call them tomorrow. I have a Zoom.
Alright. I'm gonna make some few phone calls. There's also people in Leominster where it's the plastics company of the,
Oh, yeah,
so you never
New
know.
England. I don't make Total House, I don't think. Do they?
Trash
You might know
bags.
someone who does.
Maybe they do. Killing me.
The grant's gonna help. The
Yeah,
grant's gonna help.
it's gonna help Glenn a lot. Hope this helps towns in the long run. Just think, you got 5 years.
Listen.
And then that's gone.
You gotta understand, everybody has a trash barrel, and it works fine for us. This is all the help you
That, that is the tough thing to get over, is that we're paying for something that everybody has to
Yeah.
change over.
And then they gotta pay to get rid of the other ones. There's no way in hell, everybody's gonna have 4 trash barrels in here. There's no reason for it, what are they gonna do with it?
You can fill it for weeds and take it to Carlos for seconds so they can put weeds out.
Yeah, like the people that just bring trash bags full of it and just throw the trash bags.
That's one of the things we have to do. is
Yeah, you gotta
to
work
get
on
the,
that.
Oh my
yes, I
God.
know.
So
That's
I know. I'm trying to find a picture of a bag without a lot of writing on it so people can understand that no bags.
No plastic bags,
Right,
because they leaves bags.
right.
All right, so let's see.
Okay.
So you don't know how much the trash barrels cost. Straight out, you're guessing round seven.
No, I can do exactly if we, like, if they want,
Yeah.
they say, oh, you guys wanna, all right, go this way,
Hmm.
I'll call them up and I'll get the order put in. Then I'll tell you.
But you
well, I can
already
find-
took out my $9,000 that you don't even know the cost of the trash barrels yet. I having trouble with this, Glenn, because
So.
you're
listen, the
taking
total-
stuff
the
away
total
and
trash-
driving stuff up is killing me.
I got that number at home, it's like 300 and, just under 350,000
For what?
for trash
The
barrels.
trash barrels.
Wait, spreading that over 5 years
So I was spreading
instead
it
of.
over 5 years, so
Yeah.
keeping the cost down.
No, it's
Minus
not
the
keeping the cost down,
30,000.
it's just spreading the cost out.
Uh,
That's like when you buy
I
a
can tell
car
you
for
exactly.
$30,000 and you go, wait a second, I can do a 10-year loan on this. Oh, it's cheaper. No, it's the same price. in
I
fact.
believe
well,
that's
yeah.
what Shirley and Dunstable did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Span their financing for their totes over 10 years?
Yeah, you can, I think you can through total.
And that's what they've done.
So wait, want me to do that, 10 years?
You can. I won't be here for your next contract. I don't really
I
care.
figured 5 years was good.
Yeah,
It's 352,500.
man.
That's also with some extras, correct?
Well, that's for 3,456, I believe.
But we-
And then if you look at $15 a tote, and how many totes did you say you were gonna buy in there?
Oops.
How many do I have?
3,456.
Yeah, times 2.
I think we went through this. We tried last time.
Yeah.
The girl brought the paper in and
That's all the money they're gonna give us?
What? No, there's, 6,912 total barrels. That's what I have on, like, I told the guy that it would be on order.
6,000
Okay.
what? 900, okay.
Okay, but how many total barrels are you, so you're looking for 6,912 total barrels? Total.
Yes, total.
Total. Okay, and if you got $15 per total barrel, that is how much money? Thank you for adding that.
What was it now?
$15 per tote.
All right, so that was, 6,912 times 15,
Mm-hmm.
103,680.
Okay, but their cap is 48,000, so you're never gonna get more than 48,000 from the DEP. But you could get 48,000,
We can knock that rate down.
and you can knock that right off.
Yeah, we can go, oh boy, look how much more money Glenn's making, because we're still paying for it.
So it's 70,000, was it 70,500 a year?
So if you pick up $100 for each barrel, that will lower my cost considerably.
That's free delivery.
Well, yeah. Hell, at that point, I'd come and.
And I have to deliver them, and I have to maintain them. It's gonna be a pain, it's not, that's.
You just said they were gonna last 30 years.
Oh, well, I should get
This
15
did-
out of them here,
Yeah,
at
so
least.
by then I might be moved out of town.
So
You never
fix
know.
the cover,
Well, don't break the covers.
Plow guys, it's the.
plow guys, towns and plow guys, we have to, I have to go buy them coffee every.
Well, I can promise you, they will never hit the one in front of my house.
Never thought of that, I'll have to go buy all the town
I
guys.
told you that story. For the plow guys, back, oh Jesus, that was in the 90s. From Emery Road, all the way down,
Yeah.
South Road,
Yeah.
South Harbor, wiped out every single mailbox until he got to mine. Because mine is a Schedule 40 5-foot pipe with a Schedule 40 8-inch pipe welded on top. You heard the bing, and he bounced off and didn't hit any more after that.
I thought it was illegal.
I thought it was too.
It is.
Yeah, it's not cemented in the ground, it's just there.
It's just there.
So anyways, we're gonna go on this road, one more story.
Yes.
My buddy had the same thing, he said his mailbox broken every time. So we put a post in the ground, cemented it in.
Yeah, you
We
can't
bought
cement it.
We bought the big mailbox.
Hmm.
We put the little one inside of it, cemented all around it with lag bolts to the post. And he called me up one night and he said, somebody tried smashing my mailbox and it dented and chipped the concrete. So he just went out with a little hammer and straightened it out and it was fine. About 4 years later, I hired this kid that's working on the truck and we see this mailbox, a couple mailboxes in town is broken. And the kid's like, oh yeah, I used to do that when I was younger, but I hit this mailbox one time and it broke his wrist. And the bat went through the back window because when it hit the recoil, and I said,
I remember this story.
and I actually still know the address, Adamsville Road in Greenville. And he goes, how'd you know? I said, I put the mailbox in. But he said he never did it again.
Yeah.
Of course not.
Yeah,
We brought a steel beam home from my buddy one time, I think it was like an 8-inch little I-beam. Buried in the ground, cemented it, and I go, I don't think you should do this.
Yeah.
He goes, I'll wrap it in wood, no one will ever know, because the kids used to come down and wipe them out with the cars.
Yeah.
No one ever hit it, but it wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But anyways, I'm trying, so well, I'll call the total guy. I'll call Bill, his name's Bill Moran, guy dealer.
stay in
I'll
touch.
see if he has anything that we can chisel up. And then the grant money,
Really gonna work on that. I'm gonna talk to Irene about that tomorrow.
There's
Like I
no
said, we
guarantee on
had
that.
a
oh, I
meeting
know, I know.
on
this
Friday,
one.
but,
And
The
I
only
guess that's-
guarantee would be is if you pick up some of the cost of these.
Yeah.
Seriously,
So.
I'm serious. I really want to get this done, but we don't have the money for all this shit. The school wants millions. You
So
want
that's
millions.
$51 a ton.
Why is the school one?
They just got a brand new school.
You have another 2.5
I believe
override
that's
for the
delivered.
school.
Something like my yard.
Oh, it's not-
That's what delivered.
Think about that, please.
What?
picking up some of the costs for the trash.
Could you,
I
write
mean,
your
I'm
email
not
down?
looking for
I
you to
can
pick up
brainstorm some stuff with you for
something, please.
birthday.
Oh, sweet. All right,
Try to see what we have and we can try to figure something out.
Yeah, for birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, I wish we had a little better collaboration with them
Mm.
on that,
The recycling committee?
because we could do more.
I think we need to do a little more.
Are you planning on going to Town Day? Or just dropping barrels?
Thursday.
Earth Day, I mean.
Birthday?
I didn't know if you were gonna have a booth and talk to people about trash. Just asking, I don't know.
It's not his thing, it'll probably make me do it.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, I'm just curious on, you know, if you guys are gonna do that. 'Cause this is so much more than what we got last time, and trying to explain it to people, how to make it cheaper by not, you know, throwing every piece of fruit, rotten fruit
Well,
in
Irene's
there.
gonna be there, and the
trash.
recycling committee's gonna be there, and they're
Yeah.
the people that are really, really passionate about that.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah,
We'll have the
He's really
recycling
good.
stickers for them, we have the schedules, we'll give away the kitchen scrap buckets, we will raffle off some of the compost bins. These compost bins are rather expensive, did you want us to
The
give
big
away some of
ones?
those?
Yeah.
No, those are
Okay.
Yeah.
So, giving away the kitchen scrap buckets, having the toters there to promote what's going on. And the only problem is that we won't actually have a contract by the 20th. Well, what are we doing? We're working on getting a contract with these. What are your thoughts? And you can actually get probably a lot of feedback from people.
I mean, once we actually agree to something, then we gotta do the contract. Then we gotta send it to legal. They gotta approve it, and then it's gotta go to the selectmen. They gotta approve it before we can do anything. That's the,
And you don't have to worry about
Sounds
that,
fun.
but you don't have to worry about the town meeting because it's only a 3-year contract, which is
Yeah.
huge.
because if we do 5 and they look at the numbers, and they're gonna be horrified.
So, but still on those numbers, this is cheap.
Yeah.
Because if you do the math, if you go private pickup,
Mm.
it's $50 plus a month per
Per house.
household.
Hello,
Hi,
well, it's this meeting,
this is the Board of Health.
Board of Health.
Yes.
I had this room reserved with Sabrina for the Public and Town Committee.
I see that. I did not know that. This is where we always,
Okay, well, Sabrina told me I would have use of this room this evening.
what time are you planning on having your meeting?
Right now?
Is it upstairs?
You'll have to give us a few minutes then. So we have this room every third and, what is it, second and third, fourth
Well,
Monday?
Sabrina told me we could have it.
Bring us off a little bit then.
We're almost done.
Okay, I'm not trying to make trouble, but, you know,
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll be out in less than 5 minutes.
okay, thank you.
So
finish it.
if you take that total cost and that's on that and divide it by 3,400 residents, it's $22.69 a month
How much?
versus
I
going
had
private.
about $24, so yeah, that's what I averaged it
So
out.
that's pretty
Pretty good.
So keep that number in mind.
No, it's,
Yeah, keep that written
I
down.
have a great webinar, by the way, on Wednesday to go over all the stuff in here too, and also pay as you throw, just in case this doesn't work.
Right.
So, and that's at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, so. I should have a lot more.
But yeah, that's, so $22 a month
Per house.
per household. Per dwelling, whatever it is. I do 3,400, I don't know. Yeah, and did I get that number from you? On exactly?
Yeah, we did 30, it was 32.58, I believe, and we thought that we should stay
Oh,
with,
so 32.58. Oh.
Ooh, that's gonna drop the price crazy.
you could drop it down to 3,300 though, I wouldn't keep, you need to keep a
yeah,
couple of extras around.
Is this for dwelling?
So,
Please, please look into that, please,
I'll call Bill in the morning.
please. That's very important to me.
Thank you, Glenn.
Thank you, Glenn. Thanks, guys. And, hopefully we can get this thing going like really, really fast.
So you wanna educate them all so they don't throw too much in the trash?
That's why I
We were here
want,
5 years ago when I was thinking.
I was putting 14 trash bags out. One of the things that scares me on this.
Yeah.
Is I'm afraid you're gonna get a lot less recycling, because I'm afraid people go, what the hell's the difference now? You know? Goes in the barrel, it goes in the truck.
Yeah, no, no,
It's-
no. Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of. For you, not for me. I mean, all it is gonna be more expensive for us for trash and less for recycling.
I feel
I'll
like
be the
there's-
same.
Recycling is more money. anyway.
No, I'm just saying that, if, you know, that's what scares me, because I know a whole bunch of people in town that just don't recycle. But you guys should be going, no recycles, we ain't picking the trash up. But
We
that's
could do
up to
that
you.
tag, because we do that one, we put log tags out.
Yeah, you should be doing it. Put them out, please.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Absolutely.
problem going as long as you guys
Yeah.
let me know that they're out there. I
Because
just- you know
that, right now, that benefits you more than
No,
anybody.
no, I know it does, yes.
So that's where you gotta actually do your part.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks for a lot.
I'll email you in the morning, I'll call Bill first.
Takes care of Shaw's birthday update, Carla.
Well, we've kind of gone through all of that.
Okay, you
can go
got,
through
invoices.
Because you have, the shirts, came out to 270, which is a great deal.
Yep.
Sports apparel place, Unitil, regular bill, $58.
How many shirts did we end up buying?
We bought 30,
Oh, okay.
so.
Oh, I just, looking at the wrong one.
I'm sorry, did I do it too?
Yeah. That's all right, I'll look at this one too. Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then you have the shirt clothes, I think, which is the,
Oops, sorry.
the compost. Yeah, this is the shirts right here.
Oh, 500. Ooh. What's this one? Oh, good, that's the barrels.
That's the kitchen scrap buckets.
Okay.
Okay, Lorden, 106 gallons of propane.
Oof. 106 gallons.
And Carla has been trying really hard not to use her car, so she went through all of January
Where's that?
through April is only 136.
Where's our car for you to drive?
It's in the garage, but whenever I go to use it, there's no one in the building department and there's no one else that has the keys, so.
What, to the building?
To the car, the keys are in the building department for the car, so. It's,
Oh, my God.
well, a lot of the times they go on Friday and they're closed on Friday, so to prep for Saturday,
Yeah,
so.
entrance update. All right. Yeah, so next meeting is, the,
Second, so.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be talking a lot before the 20th because the meeting is on the 20th.
yeah,
I mean,
cycles on the
that,
gate and the tobacco. Whatever happened to our tobacco lady?
she's sitting there.
Yeah.
She's sitting there. But I'd like to keep in touch with you guys, especially before Earth Day,
Yep.
which is coming up very quickly. I notoriously am never here because they used to get taken away.
Yeah.
Every year,
Yeah.
but I will be available this year, so I will be there.
Yes. Can we get a motion?
Do I have to do it quickly?
No, you can take your time.
I think I'm done, it's closed.
Not
Trying to
yet.
close the meeting, you know.
I
You
would like to
interrupted.
make a
Now we gotta
motion.
stay 15 more minutes.
Would you like to add anything? No, okay.
Oh, where were you when we were having trouble this morning?
This morning?
Yeah, we've been here since 7 this morning trying to get that thing to work.
7:10.
I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting at 7:10.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, guys.